And I'm back with you guys today, and today we have a Call of Duty Vanguard playthrough for you guys today. As you guys know, the beta started last Thursday, I believe. I'm uploading this on Monday the 20th, so it started on the 17th? I'm not too sure. Whatever last Friday was. And I've been playing a pretty good amount of it. As you guys are going to see here, I played a really good match. But yeah, this is kind of like my first impressions of the game. I'm just going to kind of watch my gameplay back as I'm speaking, so we could just kind of mess around with that as well. As you guys can see, it looks very similar to Modern Warfare when it comes to the game style. Obviously, it's just like essentially it's just a reskinned Modern Warfare, just World War II. So, you know, the gunsmith and everything is the same. There's a couple maps you can play on this game. There's Eagle's Nest, there's Gavatu, there's Royal Hotel, and there is Red Star. Red Star being the worst map. You will not see me upload a Red Star video. I'm going to upload 3 Vanguard videos, just talking over them, kind of like how I'm doing this, giving you guys some updates on shit. But this video specifically is going to be a Vanguard first impressions. So, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. But this game mode was actually pretty awesome. Not this game mode, but this game in general was pretty awesome. I really like Modern Warfare. I thought I was better at Modern Warfare than Cold War. I kind of messed myself up here with a nade, but it is whatever it is. But yeah, I have my boy Oze. He's actually on the NMSU COD team. As you guys know, I used to go to NMSU, and I used to commentate over the COD boys. And he's in my game. He goes absolutely ballistic in this playthrough. He honestly, he makes this game like so much easier when he's on the map with me. So shout out to Oze if you're watching, obviously. But yeah, Vanguard is pretty awesome. It's very similar to Modern Warfare, not very similar that much to Cold War when it comes to the game style and the gunplay. Super Modern Warfare-esque. Some of the things I don't like about this game so far is that anti-aliasing, at least on the beta, is permanent. Like it makes things like that are far off in the distance seem like they're meshing into each other for realism. I think that's bullshit. I don't think that should happen at all. And the only way you can really get through to this game is blasting your graphics all the way up. And if you are playing on a console or you're just playing on a shit computer, you're kind of fucked. And it sucks that this game default is at very low graphics. So it is what it is. Other than that, this game feels really good. There's a lot of balancing that needs to happen when it comes to the guns and their damages and stuff like that. In this game, they have a 10 attachment rule. You can have up to 10 attachments on your gun at any time, which is crazy. In Modern Warfare, the max you could have was like 5, right? And I think in Cold War as well, the max you can have was like 5. But now you can have 10 on any gun, and there's actually enough attachments to fill all 10 slots. I think this is my first couple games using the MP44, which is the most busted SMG I've ever played with in a beta on a World War II game ever. I mean, the PPSH in World War II was alright, but this gun melts. Same thing with the STG-44, literally the best 2 guns in the game right now. No gun comes close to that. So balancing in this game needs to heavily be addressed. Score streaks need to be addressed a little bit too. They're actually a little bit difficult to use. Like that missile took me forever just to make sure that it actually like landed on the person it was intended for. But other than that, it's pretty good so far. There's just like a lot of visual problems. I don't know if you guys remember, but when Cold War came out, there was actually a beta or an alpha before there was a beta, and I was able to play the alpha and the beta as well. So, I mean, there seems like there was a lot of improvement from alpha to beta for Cold War, and being that this is an open beta, I'm kind of concerned as to how the game's gonna look come actual game release time. Obviously, we're playing this game in September. The game doesn't come out till November, so they still have a lot of time to fix some stuff. But I think just, balancing is one of the biggest things. When it comes to all the weapon classes, I think that all the weapons are pretty balanced when it comes to how good you can make them. I don't think it's really going to come down to whether or not a gun is good or bad. It's going to come down to attachments. And hopefully we don't get a Modern Warfare instance where literally they just start nerfing attachments that every gun has, and then every gun just finds another attachment, and it's back to square one. Now you have to nerf this attachment instead of the gun. And then there's still guns that slip through that are pretty good with or without the OP attachments. And then, it is what it is. I think headshot multiplier needs to go, man. Headshot multiplier is fucking insane on this game. There's a lot of like particles on the game and on the map, so it makes things very difficult to see sometimes. And that just kind of sucks, to be completely honest. I was playing with a broken controller. Like, my bumpers don't work on my controller. I'm using a shitty Xbox One like first edition scuff, and I need to get a new one. I think I'm gonna get that new scuff instinct that they have. But I tried getting the Power A controllers, like literally the Walmart controllers, like those shitty little Walmart controllers, and it really did not work for me at all. It felt like a super cheap Elite controller. And I mean, obviously there's attachments for the Elite controller to make it look like a scuff. They don't even sell them anymore. They just sell scuff. So I'm gonna have to get a scuff if I really want to excel on this game, just because I slide and I jump right after I slide, or vice versa. Like I jump into a slide and stuff like that. So I'll have to see what I have to do for controller wise. I really don't feel like dropping $200 on a nice controller, but if I have to, I will. I plan to do a lot more competing in Vanguard than I did in Cold War. In Modern Warfare, you know, at least I played some GBs every now and then. But on Cold War, I mean, all I did was cast the game. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get into some more, you know, chows and tourneys and stuff like that for some money. I really want to, like, perfect my craft and actually get good at the game once again. And, you know, maybe even compete in Vanguard, Call of Duty for UTEP as well. Speaking of UTEP, I'm playing with the Rainbow Six roster, so more info on that in the next video. Pretty much this whole week, it's going to be uploads of Vanguard, and the podcast will hopefully come out on Friday. I really appreciate all the support on the last podcast. I'm finally doing some IRL podcasts. If you guys haven't checked out my first IRL podcast, I did one with my friends over from NMSU, Mob and Shaney. Those guys are super awesome. They opened up their home enough for me to go in and actually get an IRL podcast done, and it was actually pretty cool. It was a little scuffed. I'm still working on the audio, stuff like that. I had to buy, like, you know, a mobile recorder and shit, so I'm still working on the microphone settings and stuff like that for the recording. But other than that, pretty awesome podcast. More podcasts to come, better podcasts to come. No more Discord podcast, if I can manage it, obviously. I don't really have that many friends, but if I could get some more to do podcasts with, that'd be cool. At least locally, right? But yeah, I mean, Vanguard, fun game. The sad part about it is on the Modern Warfare engine. If you guys aren't familiar with Cold War or Warzone, I should actually say, Warzone is on the Modern Warfare engine. And a lot of people know that Warzone has a shit ton of cheaters, right? And they're actually on the beta too. Like, there's a shit ton of cheaters on the beta, which is fucking sad as balls, because, like, why the fuck are you cheating on a beta that's not going to matter at all? And that just gives me one of the biggest, like, concerns when it comes to competing. That's honestly one of the reasons I've taken a big step back. And thankfully Cold War didn't have that many, but Modern Warfare, for real, like, I really didn't play that many chows or that much, like, tournaments, because I do play on PC. And that's where most of your cheaters are coming from. They're not coming from console, and I really don't feel like getting an Xbox. I really don't feel like getting a PS4 or a PS5, I should say, to play matches without cheaters. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully the anti-cheat that they have announced is good. Hopefully the new Warzone map is good. I want to get back into Warzone. The thing with me in Battle Royales, especially Call of Duty, and I think Blackout just really soured my taste for, like, Call of Duty Battle Royales, is that there's a lot of cheesy shit in Call of Duty. There's riot shields. There's a bunch of just cheesy fucking shit that you can pull out, like heartbeat sensors and stuff like that. And I really don't feel like using any of that. Like, I mean, I know you can win just purely off of gun skill, but I'm usually the one on the team that is running all that shit, just because I'm not that good at Warzone in general. So I'm not going to put myself in that position to play Warzone and be the one that's running a fucking rocket launcher, trophy systems, and a heartbeat sensor. Like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But yeah, Warzone, the new map. Hopefully I can get back into it. You guys will see some Warzone stuff. I think I even made a video on my old channel, my first Warzone win, so go check that out. I'll definitely have to either make another one or not, as my face cam freezes here. Thanks, face cam. Anyway, yeah, I think Vanguard it should be a fun game. Hopefully we get back into it. You will see some Modern Warfare content in the later weeks, just because obviously that game is very similar to this game, and obviously I don't want to be playing a game that is very different from, you know, the new Call of Duty. I want to be the best I possibly can be at the new Call of Duty. I'm not going to shoot myself and start playing Black Ops 4, grapple hooking across the map. Like, maybe it'll be fun to just try it out, but I don't think it's ever going to happen when it comes to this. day and age of Call of Duty, at least for me. So look out for some Modern Warfare content. Look out for some more Vanguard videos. Pretty much just this week. I know Vanguard is pretty much like overplayed as fuck at this point on YouTube. Everybody's making videos on it. Everybody knows what the fuck Vanguard is. So I'm just gonna, throw my hand at it to show you guys like what I can do on the game. Obviously, I'm not gonna give you shit playthroughs. Maybe 1 or 2. I'm just kidding. No. Never ship playthroughs. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you all so much. Leave some comments down on what games you want to see besides Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, and Valorant. And I'll get back to you guys. Make sure to check out my second channel for YouTube videos as well as streams. I'm back to competing, so I had a full VOD of my comp match. So make sure you go ahead and watch that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.